Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." When those first people came to New Zealand shores to create what would become Tandem Ministries, they didn't see the whole staircase. Those steps of creating new ministries in every sector of life.
Those steps further along of partnering with other countries and the many who were led to Christ over the past 50 years. All they did was take the first step of faith.
Hi, my name is Wes Brenneman. My wife Susie and I had the privilege of starting Student Life in New Zealand. While I was serving as the Pacific Islands Director for Campus Crusade for Christ and living in Fiji, we were invited to come to New Zealand to start the campus ministry. What we now know as Tandem Ministries began in New Zealand as the Lay Institute for Evangelism. Their objective was to train anyone who was willing to make disciples. Well, when we started in New Zealand, we were supervised by Student Life in Australia. And so we took on that same name, Student Life. Well, for several years, the only ministry entity in New Zealand was Student Life. But then we began to add other ministries such as Family Life, Athletes in Action, and Jesus, a Gift to the Nation. And these ministries really took off. In all of our ministries, we follow the basic model of win, build, send, with the core values of faith, fruitfulness, and growth. Because we believe that by following this structure and these values, we'll see lives impacted and disciples made. And it's been great to see how God has done that over these years.
But none of it could have happened without God amazingly providing through His people. The faith of our supporters is a testament to God's goodness.
People came here in faith, people supported the ministry and had faith in what God was doing. And many people began a new life with faith in God. There have been many people in our various ministries who have found Jesus through us. But now, we're going to hear from the first.
Hi, I'm Sandy and I'm the first person to come to faith through the Student Life Ministry in New Zealand. In 1983, I was at Auckland University and I saw an ad for a lunchtime talk about the case of the empty tomb, so I went along to check that out and I arranged to meet with the lovely Susie Brenneman later on. I grew up in a church-going family and so I believed in God and believed about Jesus dying for my sins. But what I didn't understand was the personal relationship part of that. And so when Susie explained that to me and how to have that personal relationship, that was all I needed. For me, being involved in the Discovery Group and then later on the Action Group were vital for the foundation for my Christian life and to where I am today. And I'm really grateful for the discipleship and all that they did all those sort of 37 something years ago through till today.
Over the years, the ministry in the 70s has grown from 2 staff, the Selmans, to 110 staff. From 1 campus to 10 campuses, with students and staff being sent to 10 countries.
It was one step at a time. This story is a combination of many stories, adding up to the one big story of Christ's redemption. With one step and one story at a time, we make disciples wherever we can, so that in the last day, we can stand with our fellow brothers and sisters from all walks and stages of life, people we've shared with, that we've served with, so that we can say, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." 2 Timothy 4:7.